So from that day, we are now in the time of the year, reporting national competition as with the health, that's the number of the senior very, very we also say hi to the president of Estonia, who is currently at Doha, providing capital for the World Championship, and everybody involved, parents, also. So we get the parents of this round. But Mandela on board one, playing this factor, very well. Actually, correct. WCM Mandela against WSM this factor, for this factor. And then we put money on zero on the two, white against WCM Julie. Julie is actually the same as now, and it's really good. And we call it Julie again. It's very, very interesting setup. And those days, when we do it, numbers from first to right, and it needs to be distributed to family in the top side. And then got Mandela Lender versus WCM Cassie Manila, Tesla, Cassie of the Union, Aki Cassie, Blue, and Della are all winning. You can see the point in the first way. Then what we call the and then we start on the bottom. We go to the ninth section. The ninth section is one second we head over to the main system, or the open section. Open section means that even ladies can participate in that event. They might give it a sound that we do. In the long term, we got second title on the one, and the ministry and the one tenant, who is part of the last other the last 3 years. But after it, we have been unbeaten against New Zealand, who is the wonder boy. This year, the car has just been out of the this is very unbeaten. It's quite a system because it's a partner for something that is the lot of the one on Italy and Britain only got 2 goals, and then Nicaragua and Simba Island, and this time it's only going to go in the continent. So very, very good planning for Zealand. Then got Nipuri, the gorilla, playing against the House, the showstopper, is the only person who is going to. We've got Robin Martin, top contender versus the Ted McDonough, who is now currently second. From a very good now, possibly the second slot, the second keeper, and this part of the campaign. Then we've got Ian Thomas Messingero versus Willie Messingero, who won his first game. Before he had 4 goals, and he won his first game. Then the last game, the last master for the Indian
c2, bishop to e7, e3. This is just normal Queen's Gambit declined. Theory, probably, I think the most common move here is to just castle. Let me just open the database. I'm sure we have thousands of games here. In this position, we have around 2,200 games in the database. Of course, the leading being Aronian versus Carlsen, 2015, Aronian versus Kramnik. And okay, yeah. So knight b7 was played, not castles, but this is still a game. The problem with the Queen's, not the problem, but the characteristic of this kind of a Queen's Gambit variation is that black gets a very solid setup that is very hard to crack, and can even manage to play moves like knight b to d7, delay, castling, because there's no like immediate danger in the position. So yeah, at this position we have like around 1600 games after knight b d7. Let's leave that to the players and see what the other players have for us. On board 4 we have Martin Njoroge versus Ben Magana. Right now, okay, Martin Njoroge starts the game with knight c3. Okay, what a move. Knight to c3 on move 1. I don't know what that is. It's called the Van Git opening, probably. Yeah, Van Git opening. I can confirm here. e5 by Magana. And okay, Njoroge is now thinking. Of course, you can transpose into some kind of a Vienna with e4, f4. Not f4 immediately, but after e4, you can just go like, if black plays something like knight f6, f4 becomes the Vienna Gambit. Some of you probably already know about that. It can transpose into a normal e4 opening with knight f6, knight f3, and knight c6, and of course this is just a normal 4-knight game. Okay, it has a boring reputation. That's an equal game with, okay, which is very hard to fight against or fight for any advantage. Let's see what Martin Njoroge has prepared for us after knight c3 on move 1. Moving on. Moving on to board 5, we have Mataiga. Okay, Robert McLeod versus Mataiga. We only have one move, c4 by Robert, which indicates that McLeod is kind of mixing up his opening somehow. We saw him start with e3 against Kyle. We saw him play e4 against, was it Omolo Kenneth? And yeah, he's been mixing up a lot of openings. And okay, let's see what this c4 has for us. It seems Mataiga is not on the board right now, which because I can see his clock running down. I think it's a minute, not a minute, but an hour and around 20 minutes. Irungu, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm having a buy right now.
You have a buy right now, as we know.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, thank you for joining us for the commentary.
Thank you very much.
We were looking at this kind of games and we were wondering, what do you think is the situation right now? Is it that tense?
No, it's still the opening.
Not the opening. I mean the tournament situation.
The tournament
situation. Yeah.
I think it's tense, but then for the top prize, I think the car has been taken by January already.
Oh, so the car.
So there's nobody fighting for the car again.
Okay, so now we are fighting for the slots for the Olympiad.
Slots for the Olympiad. Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, okay, does that affect how the players are going to approach the game right now?
Someone like Magana, I know he'll go attacking. Okay. I expect an attacking game.
Okay.
Because he wants to secure the second or third. I think the second place.
Okay.
So against Martin, I expect him to go aggressive.
Okay.
For someone like Mehul, I think he'll be conservative, but still go for the win because he still has chances to get into the the national team. Yes. So the games to watch are Kalokihai versus Mehul.
So no, let's just look at, first of all, we mentioned Magana versus Martin Njoroge.
Yes.
Njoroge has gone for knight c3. This is it's not a dubious opening by any means, but this is just some kind of trying to surprise, and after e4, knight f6.
Vienna.
Yeah, this is some kind of a Vienna after f4.
Yes.
After f4, it's the Vienna Gambit. Already it's a Vienna game, but
yes,
after f4, it becomes a Vienna Gambit.
Yes.
So, do you think this was a sound way to kind of play against Magana? Or of course, he has nothing to play for at this point.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure his game strategy and plan. But what I know is that Magana prepped the Vienna very well against Lenny Mataiga.
Okay.
So Magana will be well versed against this Vienna. So that one I know that for sure.
Oh wow! So you might be escaping some.
Even though Mataiga didn't play e4, but Magana prepped the Vienna against Mataiga.
Okay.
I think it was the day before yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
So he'll be well versed and prepared for this opening.
So we expect something very nice for
Yes.
to unfold here.
Yes.
Some kind of good prep.
I think we're having two games which are similar, somehow similar.
Yeah.
That's the Boera and the Boera versus Jadon Simiu and Mehul versus Kalokihawi. That's the Queen's Gambit decline, the exchange variation.
The exchange variation.
Yes.
So I was just looking at this position. Like, is this like the ultimate way to fight for an advantage if you are playing with the white side, white pieces?
I think it might be okay. Because as white, especially as white, if you are fighting for because even Boera is fighting for a win, he still has some slight chances if Mehul loses and something of the sort. So, and also if Kenneth Omolo loses. So, in the Queen's Gambit exchange variation, you have very, very many ideas. You have the F3 fighting for the E4 idea.
So
the F3
followed by E4.
Yeah, and the bishop goes to F2.
And the bishop comes all the way to F2.
Yeah, with the knight on E2.
The knight on E2.
Yes.
So that's one kind of structure. I think
the other idea is the Carlsbad structure going for the minority attack.
Yeah.
So you go A3, Rook B1, A3, and B4.
B4.
Yeah. Going for B5.
Yeah, going for B5. And stuff might happen here. Use your 2 pawns to attack the
I think that's the idea that Boera plays. So we might expect that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's so right now the game progressed with.
So E6. If you play
E6,
H6, you go to E6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you have ideas such as B5,
B5.
trying to control the C4 square.
Okay.
If it goes B4 and A3, actually have some, but it needs some lots of maneuvering.
Oh, I think sometimes also if you decide to go for this plan.
Yeah,
with,
B5, knight B6,
knight B6
knight
to C4.
Yes.
So okay, Boera has developed the knight to E2.
Yeah.
Indicating that okay. I think he just wants to castle and maintain everything solid in this case.
Yes. So, but without the dark squared bishop, it's a bit tricky. But it might go.
F3 is not an idea now. F3 E4 cannot be an idea anymore.
They don't play knight B6.
So knight B6.
Okay, I'm not so sure about knight. Okay, knight B6.
Knight B6. Okay, the first thing I'm trying to look at this position is I want to go drive the knight away from you.
But
B6 square.
I don't think
is it a good idea?
I'm not so sure about A4.
So let me say I just castle for now.
I can just castle.
So let's say we castle. Jedun does what? Let's say they castle. I'm already thinking about A4 and I want to go.
A4?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I want
Maybe somewhat weakening.
I want to try and chase this knight away and then even use it to kind of chip away at the structure on the queen side. Whether it's an idea, I don't know. It's just something I'm trying to modify. Yeah.
So
So that was Jedon versus Boera versus Jedon.
So let's see the idea how he played Mehul versus Howie.
So there's Mehul versus Howie. That is very critical for the standings
they also played the Queen's Gambit exchange variation as well. So let's see the idea how he played and.
So let's just go through the game very fast. So D4, D5, C4, E6, Queen's Gambit is on the board, and okay, the exchange variation.
Yes.
D takes, Bishop G5, Bishop E7, E3,
Queen
castles,
yes.
Bishop D3, and after that H3.
So Mehul delayed to play H6. So Mehul didn't play H6. It's okay.
Yeah. So H3, B6.
For the base. So this is B6, Bishop and C5. And if in case White plays D takes on C5, then Black usually picks with the pawn.
Yeah.
So B takes C5.
Yeah. So this bishop is usually kind of problematic sometimes because of this pawn on D5. It kind of stares into a pawn. Okay, it's not like a mistake or anything. We just think that sometimes you tend to struggle finding a home for this bishop.
Not really, because the bishop will control the long diagonal, the H1 AH diagonal.
Okay.
And also Black will tend to have some sort of controlling the center with the pawns. But the issue for Black is usually that the pawns might be weak, so you have to be very, very careful about the pawns, the center pawns. That's the C5 and the but then if you're not willing to go for that, you can also pick the knight and go and play the position with an Isolani, the isolated queen's pawn. Which is what Magana played against Mataiga. Magana played this position, but then after C5 picks, then Magana picked with the knight.
Yeah, he picked with the knight.
But ideally, is usually you pick with the pawn.
Yeah. So in this position, I think the major pawn break here is C5.
Yeah, C5. C5 is a must. It's a must.
Yes.
It's a must.
Yeah, it's one of the ways to kind of liberate your position. Otherwise, that pawn becomes backward and it's kind of weak on C7.
Yes.
So anyway, after that, Bishop D7 was played, normal castling move, castling, and
then now you expect C5, of course.
Yeah, of course, C5, Rook C1. usual developing moves. Yes. Queen c2, rook f to d1 or something.
Yes.
And okay, let's leave that to the players.
Let's go for the Kenneth Omolo game. I think it's
so
interesting. It's
Omolo
a
Kenneth.
King's Indian attack for the French defense. King's Indian attack.
Okay, so
It's an
this
interesting
began
one.
a bit late.
Yeah, Kenneth Omolo was a bit late.
So okay, Kyle started with e4 and the French defense.
We had something funny we were talking with. Was it Magana and Martin?
Yeah.
They're saying if okay, I'm not so sure about it, but if you play the French and then white plays d3 and you're not really comfortable playing the King's Indian attack, maybe you can go e5. I'm not sure whether it loses a tempi. You go e4, e5 with d3 on the board.
Yeah, actually it looks very nice now that I'm looking at it, because now what does white do? It's almost as if you went e4.
You can play d4 and go for this coach.
E4 and I played e5 and then after let's say d3 I left you to play a move.
So we're wondering whether this is a loss of tempi, whether you can play this move or whether it's bad. I'm not sure.
Okay, actually
they can get away with it.
The position has been arrived. I can see some masters here who are playing 2400.
It's interesting. It was interesting.
And white has won one. I don't know. Yeah. White has won 40% of the games.
So it's 40-40.
So, yeah.
Okay.
44. Yeah.
40 for white, 40 for black.
Yeah.
Looks like a loss of tempi, but then.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Maybe it's playable. Okay.
So after d5 went Tarash variation, knight d2 or something.
Tarash knight d2, yes.
Kind of like Tarash like. Although this is not Tarash because d4 was not played. So
yeah.
Anyway, g3,
King's Indian attack.
And after castles. Now, okay,
e5.
Kyle has gone for e5.
Yes, which is correct.
I think he employed some kind of an attack against Martin where he moved a knight and then started pushing for f4, g4. I don't know if you remember.
Typically in this position, the ideas for white are usually queen will go to e2, your rook will go to e1.
So queen goes to e2, rook to e1.
Yes, then the knight on d will go to f1.
Okay, f1.
Then h4.
Then
h4 is played.
h4, the move itself.
Then the knight will go to h2.
Okay.
Then the dark squared bishop will go to f4. Then the knight on h2 will go to g4. So that's the
h2. Okay, this knight goes to g4.
And then the knight will go to g5, trying to create a weakness on the king's support.
And I think this has been played also by Howie, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Right?
That's the typical idea of the King's Indian attack.
Yeah, he did this, although it was some kind of a Sicilian in that case, if I'm not wrong. No, was it
Sicilian?
It was a French. It was a French or a
French as well.
Oh, French as well.
It was a French.
So maybe, okay, Kyle has something prepared for us here, but...
So this is interesting.
So after e5, Omolo Kenneth went knight d7.
Defend the pawn.
Yeah, and then rook e8. Rook e1, sorry.
Then
queen c7, queen e2, rook b1.
Yeah, the same idea. Yeah.
And d5 and h4.
Same idea.
And okay, right now Kyle is still thinking. Yeah, but okay. So who do you think has better chances of winning in this kind of situation?
For me, I usually like the attack as white. It's usually very, very tricky to defend.
As black,
you usually have some knight sacrifices on f6 with the bishop on f4, discovering your queen.
Okay.
For black, usually black plays on the queen side.
So just to explain to the viewers, the knight goes like this and it's sacrificed on f6 at some point.
With the bishop on f4.
With the bishop being on f4.
Yes.
Because of this kind of x-ray.
Yes.
Of this diagonal, yeah. Okay.
And also after knight g5 with queen h4, usually you provoke a g6 weakness.
A g6 or a h6. Anyway,
yes. Which is usually g6 because the queen is also attacking on f7.
Oh, yeah.
It's usually force g6.
So g6.
Then the queen goes back. Now that's another weakness which will be used as a hook.
Yeah. Oh, because there's a pawn on g6, so you just push and try to open up the game.
Also, you're creating some dark squared weaknesses as well. So it's usually a bit tricky. If black doesn't know what he's doing, it's usually a bit tricky for black.
Okay, nice.
But black's idea is usually to go on the queen side, push your pawns. H5. Okay.
And hope for the best. Okay, the possibility being that you have no attack, and
H5.
Once I gain more advantage on this side, I'm going to run over you or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
anyway, Kyle decided to go for h5. He wants to go for h6 immediately. I can see the top move by the computer probably is h6. You just have to stop that pawn from moving.
Yeah.
What do you think about that move? Like, was h5 a committal move? Because now this pawn becomes weak once it arrives on h5.
But it still looks like it's okay because it's still a bit difficult for black to directly or indirectly attack the pawn.
Okay.
So the knight h2, knight g4 idea will also come as well.
And I can see your idea with bishop f4. Right now, bishop f4 is the top move.
Bishop goes to f4.
Yeah. So anyway, Kyle has just played h5 and Omolo Kenneth went bishop f8 instead. Which was a miss. Okay.
Yeah, so you're expecting some nice attack, which we will have some nice attack.
So just to mention, h6 was the top move. There was also f6 with an idea that if you take, it looks shaky.
Bishop,
especially that your rook moved away from the f file.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I usually play bishop f4 to prevent such ideas of f6 because you have the skewer.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this is
discovered
usually to
skewer.
prevent this
Yes.
because now
You have the discovered skewer, yes.
this is diagonal.
Yes.
Nice. So anyway, bishop f8,
Yeah,
bishop
bishop
f4.
f4 is played, expected.
As I can see here, h6 was the best move. Just go for h6 immediately, like sacrifice the pawn and create weaknesses on the other side.
So you can't pick. You can't pick.
Yeah, actually the computer wants to pick it, and
no,
it considers
this is the computer. No,
yeah, this is just a computer, so it's hard to play that position. It's very risky. So anyway, bishop f8, bishop f4, and now the players are kind of thinking. Yeah, it's very good for. Okay, it's not good, but it's playable from both sides. I can say, yeah, of course, it's easier to execute the ideas from the white side, but it's not good for white, guys. Don't start thinking black is lost. Yeah.
It's okay.
So that's with the open section. Okay, let's just go through the Mataiga game first. Makligio Mataiga. First of all, this has a lot of shake on the standings. If an upset happens here, not even do we call it an upset? Yeah, Mataiga is 1870, Makligio is 2100. So this would be considered some kind of an upset. But if this happens, this will throw Makligio somewhere, right?
Yes. Makligio wants to secure the national team spot, and also maybe fight for second or third place.
Yes. So okay, start with c4, e5, and now we have g3, knight f6, knight c3, bishop.
So the knight usually goes to d5.
d5.
Then you don't exchange Then bishop g2, knight f3.
a4, bishop g2,
then knight
castles,
f3,
knight f3, and okay. Here Mataiga is thinking probably what are the plans, or could you just tell us what white could be aiming for in this position?
Actually, for the ideas that I know as black, after the knight goes to d5, the move is usually bishop c5.
So bishop goes back to c5?
Yeah, bishop goes back to c5. Yeah,
okay, actually,
then continue their development.
It's the second best move. The second most popular move according to the database, as I can see here. So knight takes d5 is the best. Not the best, but the most.
Database.
Yeah. Although this is the Lichess Masters database. So knight takes d5 is the most commonly played. The second most common is bishop c5. And bishop c5 has a better win rate for black, apparently. We have 5 games played by the Masters, and in all those 5 games, 60% were won by black. Yeah. Okay. So if Mataiga had found that idea, maybe he would have a 60% chance of winning. Right now, he has, his chance is still high, but anyway, the game continues, knight f3, and now what does Makligio aim to achieve in this position?
So for Makligio, this is the English opening. So basically, it's a long positional squeeze. He's aiming for that, not a direct tactical attack to win quickly in the game. So it will be, we're expecting some 3 or maybe 3.5 hours in this game. Maybe more than 3 hours in this game. So you'll have the short castles. Then you start developing your queen side. You can go for the b3.
b3, sorry.
Yeah.
b3 followed by bishop b2.
Bishop b2, yeah. Also, you have you have to, I think usually go d3. Yeah.
You go d3. Is d4 a crime or?
It's not a crime, but I think, let me remember something. I think with your knight on c, so I think you have to move to drive away the bishop first, then.
Okay, so let me just play a random move by black. Let's say.
I think usually after casting first, then
it's black to play.
So d4, black can't play. Tell some tactics.
Okay, I was just trying to play something normal. Let me just go rook e8. So you castle.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Black. Let's say plays also d6. I'm just going to play random moves so that you can just put for us like the ideas. Do you go d3 or a3 here? Or is it a3? Actually, the computer thinks d4 is the best move. But this is the computer. I mean, how do you... So maybe a3, bishop c5 and d4. Okay, the computer insists that d4 is
d4 goes back, comes with the tempo.
So Mataiga went for rook e8. We're still expecting a grind here. We don't know. This game will go on for probably 5 hours. We don't know.
Expect like 3 plus hours.
Yeah.
3.5, 4 hours.
Okay, and that's it for the open sections, openings. Let's see the ladies, what they're deciding now. So on board 1, we have WCM,
Bella versus
Sasha.
FM Sasha.
Okay, the game is still balanced, of course. Let's just see what they decided to go. According to Nashipa, I think C4, certified C4 player.
Yeah. English as well. Okay.
English. Okay. Sasha goes C6.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this Karokan defensive system? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
On the other side. So knight f3, d5, e3.
By the here you can transpose to many things.
Yeah.
Like let's say you go back. If you play d4, you're in the Slav.
Yeah. If you go d4, it's the Slav defense.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
played d4, it's the Slav defense.
Okay.
But then she went for the mainland reti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E3.
Yeah,
Now
mainland
B3.
reti. Yes.
So B3, like I think in the previous stream I said B3 kind of stays in the way of this queen, but
Yeah.
okay, it kind of transposes because I think Anglo-Slav defense, as you can see right now, it has transposed, and okay, the plans of probably will be just to get your bishop out somewhere.
Yeah.
Castles,
bishop b2.
bishop to B2, so
Yeah.
not A2 but B2, knight.
Knight
Probably
B.
go to C3
C3
or
or D2,
D2.
yeah.
Does it really matter? Or okay, it's also the long game, right?
Yeah, it's also a long game as well.
Yeah.
And also aim for e4 as well at some
Yeah,
point.
and then E4. If you can execute E4,
Yes,
you're
yes,
on
yes.
the right track.
Yes.
So that's Bella. On board 2 we have Lucy 1-0. Not Lucy.
Kimani 1-0.
Kimani 1-0.
Versus Julie. Okay.
Yeah, let me just.
That's an interesting one as well.
So Kimani 1-0 versus what is it?
Julie,
Versus
yeah.
Julie Motisia. I would say I'm
So-
expecting a D4 in that game. Yeah. So let me see. I think D4 should be played. Not should be played, but is probably
So
Okay.
Kimani 1-0 went for the double fianchetto.
double
Okay.
fianchetto.
Yeah, okay.
But D4 has been played, so
Yeah. Still
I was
okay.
just expecting that.
Yeah.
Either way. So D4, castles, bishop G2, C6, castles, bishop F5, rook E1,
I played c4.
queen D7. Okay, is queen D7? I don't hate that move, but I also don't like it. I think.
I don't know the ideas of the queen d7 move.
Yeah, I think takes away the
Like
square of the
d7,
knight.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe she has something cooked, or maybe she.
Yes.
Yeah. So knight BD2, bishop H6.
You
queen
declined the
D7 was
exchange.
to try and trade this.
No,
bishop.
but I think you.
I mean,
Don't you decline the exchange?
If
Just
I
decline
w-
the exchange.
if I was even on the black side, I mean, after bishop F5, try to kind of cement that bishop with play D5. I wouldn't mind this bishop being on this diagonal if I have D5 on the board.
Yes. You know, you have ideas such as c4 exchange, then rook, then you go for e4 as well.
Oh, and then
I think to
comes
open up the
with
diagonal,
either
yeah.
way.
But it's okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Still
anyway,
okay.
rook B1 was played.
Ah.
Bishop takes, king takes, and now knight E6. To which Kimani Wanjiru has just decided, okay.
Okay, so now Kimani 1-0 you lose the dark squared bishop to open. Okay.
Yeah,
which
so
is okay.
Kimani
Nice.
Wanjiru is like, let me take the center if you're giving it to me. And now A3.
I was to prevent knight b4.
Yeah.
But okay.
But was it necessary? I think I would have taken the entire center if I was on the other side. I mean, give me the center, I pick it, I take it, and then okay, we might answer the questions later, but
Okay, yeah, sure.
not crime against anything.
Yes.
But maybe she has other plans. Maybe there's a structure she's aiming for. Maybe she's even thinking about plans like this. I don't know, but
e4 is, yeah, you have to watch out for the e4 pawn, yeah.
yeah, E4 pawn. No, there's a rook at the moment, so.
If you go on knight, then
Oh,
e3.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so you have to maybe defend it first and
Yes.
do some things. Now, does the light squared bishop coming off the board favor white in any case or black in any case? Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
It's a dynamic game, but in this position, I still like white.
Okay.
I don't feel like white has any. It's not a worse position for white, but still, also I think the exchange of the dark squared bishop might also be favoring black.
Okay.
The dark squared bishop or the fianchetted bishop on g7, it's a good bishop, it's a strong bishop. We're expecting a maneuvering of the knight from a6, probably to. Not so sure.
So okay, I know you're a Catalan player, which is why you
Yes, I like the bishop. Yeah, the
white
light squared
side,
bishop.
not
Yes.
in the light squared bishop, but the white side of this
Yes.
pawn structure also. But
Yes.
okay, I used to play the Catalan sometimes back before I shifted to e4. But I could say like you see, I'm not so thrilled about this position, especially. Okay, I'm not afraid of not having the bishop. You don't have a dark square, a light square bishop also. And I think my plans will be this. I might look at the center with d5.
But you can't play queen c2 right now because of knight b4. You might be losing
Yeah,
a pawn.
okay, I might lose a pawn.
but
Not
the
now,
long-term
but
plan,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just a long-term plan. Let's
Yes.
say I start with that.
Yes, yes.
And then if I get d5, I'm not sure I'm worse. I mean, I open up my bishop. My queen is here. I'll bring my rook to the center of the board,
yes.
and then try to find a way to maneuver these pieces.
Yes.
So yeah, lacking that Catalan bishop is okay, but I mean the
position is still okay.
It's still very good. I mean, maybe h3, maybe h4 at some point, given the circumstances. Those are just ideas that maybe we just.
Luckily, the white king is safe for now, so
yeah, it's very
don't have any issues.
Yeah. So the position went okay.
Knight h5,
let's
okay.
go. So after a3, knight h5.
Okay, the black knights look funny. One on h5, one on a6. Okay.
Okay, first of all,
Look
if
funny.
you're a beginner, don't do this.
Yeah, they look
Don't do
funny.
this. Don't do this. Your knights should be at the center of the board, not at the edges of the board.
Yeah.
So
Knights on the Remadim.
In my thoughts, I think what Julie Mutisa is doing, I've seen her play the King's Indian, and in the King's Indian, this knight usually goes to h5. Could she be mixing up the ideas? Because usually you want to open up this king, you want to play e5 or c5,
and also f5 at some point.
but there is c4 is not. Remember, c4 is not on the board.
Yes.
Yeah. So this does not become a King's Indian like structure.
A typical King's Indian.
Yeah,
attack,
because the King's Indian
defense.
King's Indian defense, you tend to go for that or c5 somehow in a certain order, and usually this knight goes here, but now the pawn is usually on g2 and you have f3 instead.
But we usually have some variations with the knight on a6. The idea being you go for c5, but you go for e5. Sorry, we were placing your knight on c5 after d5 or something of the sort.
If you are staying for commentary. Staying for commentary.
It means he's doing a good job. Yeah.
For a while, let's say for like 1 hour. So
so
like
you put in your answer, guys. Irungu will be here for the next 1 hour.
Yeah.
So okay, what I was trying to say is that when you play the King's Indian, usually has c4 on the board, right?
Yes.
Now this knight usually comes here.
Yes.
At some point
with e5 in the position.
The knight usually comes here. Yeah, e5 is on the board probably, and the knight usually fights for this f4 square because in the King's Indian structure the pawn is on g2 and the pawn is on f3 instead. I don't know if you.
Also,
the main line of the King's Indian.
Also, the knight going to h5 or even the knight going back to e8 usually to allow black to play f5.
F5. Oh,
yes.
nice.
Usually have f5 ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know with the King's Indian, f5 is always an idea because now but this
this is not a typical King's Indian, so you have to calculate your way out.
You have to modify it.
Yes. You have to be very, very alert and
so
creative.
Knight c4 was just the latest move that is on board 2. Let's go to board 3 and see what Zuri and Joyce are battling on. So Zuri on the black side, Joyce on the white side. I'm expecting a London also.
So there's a London, okay.
Yeah. As advertised.
Okay.
Bishop f4 and now c5.
C5, it's a nice
wow. Okay. E3 would have gone
so
queen b6.
I think.
Okay. There's an idea to can then go queen b6. It's still okay.
Yeah.
To which knight c3.
Yeah, you can't pick the pawn on b2.
Actually, you can pick it.
You can't.
I usually pick it.
Usually pick it.
Or maybe no, it's not this variation. It's not this variation.
Yeah,
okay, you don't trade fast. The idea is that if you go here,
because the knight may be trapped because of knight b5 and also you have rook ideas. Then the queen has.
So let me just put it this way. I think this is the point.
Knight b5.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the variation I was just saying. Before the trade, you just go queen b6 and if knight c3. So like we saw in the game, it went after e3. There was a trade first, right?
Okay.
So the idea is that you don't trade, you go queen b6 instead. Let me just put it again. So queen b6, and now after knight c3, you just pick it here. And this is a forced draw. Yeah, because you have to take the draw here. I think this. Okay, you don't start with that. You start with the knight b5. Is it knight d5 or knight e4? One of them.
Knight d5.
Knight d5. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to to defend the c7 square.
Yeah, and then takes. And white has nothing else but to replace the position.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is just some kind of a forced draw. I don't know.
Okay. And there's also an interesting idea that was seen in the game Magana versus Macligio.
Yeah.
But he had the no. So here Macligio played
queen b6.
No. Was it queen b6?
It was queen b6. It was queen b6.
It was d6, I think.
Queen b6 was played knight a3.
Knight a3, then d6.
Then d6.
Yes.
This is what
now
happened.
Magana blundered here and played c3, which was a very, very big blunder because now the pawn, now the pawn can be taken.
And now the top move should be to this.
Yeah,
and you have to admit
that's what happened.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to defend the whole game.
Yeah, you have to just have to.
That's happened in Magana versus Macligio.
Yeah. So takes queen b6, knight c3. A6.
So to prevent knight b5.
Yeah, prevent knight b5. And
so you have to.
Maybe now she wants to kind of capture this if you're careless. Of course, you cannot capture it right now, but you can always capture it if you want.
You can always capture the pawn.
Yes. It's always a free pawn.
Yes.
You'll cry later, but it's an idea.
No, you see a free pawn, pick a free pawn.
No.
Think later. Sure.
Okay, so d5 was played.
Yeah.
Okay, so after rook b1 guarding the pawn, Joyce did not want to give up the pawn. D5 was played. A3. A3 maybe to prevent bishop b4 in some future cases, or knight b4, something just heading to b4 square.
Yes.
Knight d5, knight f3, bishop g4, bishop d2, knight e5. Okay, so if you just kind of delay, I think the black was threatening to capture this and win this pawn.
Yes.
Yeah, but instead, Joyce decided, you know what, if you want to capture it like this. So probably, I don't know.
So you have to, after bishop takes now, you have to pick the knight.
Okay. So
because
there's an idea to
because of
capture
the
the
because of the
this
yes
pawn.
because of the pawn.
And
So
what if you
okay,
just
then
capture it in? Oh, you have a
the bishop
something.
is hanging.
There's something is hanging on the other
bishop
side.
is hanging.
So yeah, Zurich captured, knight takes, and this is where Joyce.
So I think Jace will go for c3 castles and such ideas.
So c3,
Castles.
let's say bishop e7, castles.
Yeah, and also castles.
And then castles, and the game continues.
Yeah.
The pawn structure, I really like black in this situation.
Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at these pawns. I mean, it's something basic, something. I love following rules, although sometimes I do break them. But if you look at this pawn structure, you'll have to play c3, right?
Yes, I think you have to play
How many
c3 at
pawns
some
do you
point.
have on dark squares?
A lot. Do you have a dark
And
square
you have a
bishop?
dark square bishop. So I would say structurally, I would go for the black side if you were to tell me to choose.
If only white were to have a light square bishop, the position would be very great for white.
So
But
I would say I'm arguing that I have this kind of a structure, the kind of a French structure, and I don't have a light square bishop. Yeah. So anyway, this is just something I would say I would pick if I was given the chance to, but of course we're here commentating. Now, given that situation, the computer thinks it's a 0.2 advantage, nothing crazy going on. This is just a solid game. We expect another maybe 3 hours probably.
Yeah, another 3 hours in this
3
game.
hours with us, the
Some
stamina.
maneuvering and game
will not
exchanges.
cut,
Yeah, of course.
Can
go to the Cassidy versus Madelta.
So Cassidy versus Madelta. Madelta is on the white side. So let's just
so this is a Benoni, okay.
go all the way back.
This is a typical Benoni, okay.
So Cassidy, bishop f4, c5,
so the Benoni against the...
and now d5. So I'm used to seeing Cassidy play the King's Indian. This time she goes for the Benoni.
I don't know whether it's a good Benoni for black or a black. I think it's a good Benoni for black because of the I think the bishop might be somehow misplaced, but not really misplaced.
So c5, I don't know. I'm not so sure. Yeah, this bishop is kind of weirdly placed, right? Is it this bishop or which bishop?
Yeah, the dark square bishop. So the dark square. I'm trying to think whether it's misplaced.
You usually play bishop f4 at some point because now there's always a pawn on d6 and maybe this pawn has been pushed.
Yeah, usually yes.
You're always putting it to kind of target the d6 square. Anyways, it can transpose at any moment.
Yeah. It's still okay.
d5 was played. Queen b6, bishop back to c1.
Now it's a Benoni going good for black because of the loss of tempi, because white lost a tempi.
Yeah,
so black is okay.
It's still Benoni.
But still, black is at least a tempi up.
The Benoni is known for as something called, I think, Son of Sorrow. There's some kind of a nickname about the Benoni that
the Son of Sorrow.
Yeah, white tends to white has to really misplay the position for you to win it. Of course, not misplay it in a bad way, but white is the one who's always what do I say, deciding where the moves.
But as a Benoni player, you have to be creative as black.
Yeah, you have to
get an advantage. But also as white, you usually have some nice masterpieces, some nice attacking masterpieces with white. Usually with some e5 sacks, usually the bishop going to g5, usually nice.
So Benoni, if you want blood, just play the Benoni. Okay.
Also be creative.
Yeah, and you also get creative. Knight c3 was played, d6, e4, and after bishop d3. So this is the Benoni, not the King's Indian. I almost forgot that this is the key. Yeah. So e6, trying to challenge this
usually wait.
Now, I don't
some point usually have some h3 moves to prevent the bishop g4 before playing the knight.
Yeah.
I usually play because the bishop on the light square bishop in the Benoni is usually somehow bad. So usually you try and exchange it for the knight on f3, even if it's unprovoked, usually pick it.
Yeah.
So ideally white should play h3 before playing the knight on f3. Yeah. So h3 is a move.
Yeah, white did not place the knight on f3, which is why now black was kind of confused and decided to go for e6. There was nothing on that direction. So after e6, knight e2 takes, and now knight bd7.
So maybe after something like king h1, white can go for ideas like f4.
Yeah. So right now I think what white is aiming for is something like h3, maybe king, or maybe a combination of moves like this and also f4. Yes. Then try to go for e5.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, was this bishop not useful on f4? But now how would you have defended the pawn? There was a pawn hanging. So anyway, you lost a tempo.
They went for the typical Benoni position.
The position is still equal.
Started as a London, but then they went back and did it the Benoni style again.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe one of them is confusing the other. Who knows?
I don't know.
Somebody.
But looks like Cassidy was prepared. So
Yeah. So Soma Delta played the Benoni against somebody. Was it Joyce or someone?
Oh, in this tournament.
Yeah,
Okay,
Delta's
okay,
played
okay.
the Benoni. So maybe Cassidy
So
went.
she knows the ideas as well.
Yeah, maybe she went and saw that game, got inspired, and decided, let me play the Benoni.
Also in the Benoni usually have, I don't know whether there are some
some
C4
sacrifices,
sacrifices.
yeah.
C4 then knight
to
C5.
clear
Yes.
the
Yes,
the
yes.
square for the knight.
I'll have some funny ideas.
Yeah. So Benoni. Let's go for Jumba Gloria and Nicole Albright.
Let's see
and
how the
already
game
we have
started.
someone with an advantage. Nicole is +3 advantage.
Let's see how the advantage came in.
Yeah, let's
came
just
about.
start all the way from the start. So E4, E5, knight F3, bishop C4.
So the Italian. Okay,
the
I think
Jacobiano.
in this position the best move usually D3. C3, sorry.
Not C3.
It's usually C3.
Is it? No.
Usually C3.
The best move.
Think okay, I don't know whether it's a typical idea or something. Usually C3, knight
there's
F6.
this C3, but okay. I
This
don't know.
I think
Let
this is the
me,
main
let
line
me
or
just.
something. This is the
there
classical
is
variation. I
The
think this is
classical
main line.
variation.
Yes.
Now, what I know is that see this C3 move is some kind of. Is it after bishop B5?
I think it's a main move. It's
A6? No. Let me just go.
No. Usually knight F6.
There's a move. There's something I'm just trying to construct on the board.
Oh, the Roy Lopez.
Yeah, the Lopez, where you just go for this kind of a martial.
Okay, then C3, bishop C2.
Yeah. Okay. Not necessarily in this order, but okay, bishop. Whatever.
So
Now C3.
typically, whenever in this type of position, whenever if you play C3, let's go for C3.
So C3.
No, C.
Sorry, C3. You're trying to go for D4.
Yeah, so knight F6.
Knight F6.
Then let's say you go D3. D4 is a move, and then it's usually a bit sharp, very very sharp.
Very sharp.
So
okay, let me go castles.
so anytime you can go for castles.
Okay, I'm just trying to castle.
Yeah, castles.
If
So
castles-
anytime black goes for D5, usually pick. Anytime black goes for D5, white usually you are forced to pick. Anytime D5, you're forced to pick.
Okay, so
That's what you
takes-
should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
In this position is
it
usually
good? Is it an option to assume it, to not
Assume?
pick it?
No. You have to pick it as white.
If you don't pick it, you're losing a pawn.
Yeah, you have to pick it as white.
Yeah, so you just
Actually
pick it
forced.
and now this has to open and okay, this is a whole different opening.
Yeah.
The players decided, okay, you know what, bishop C4,
Then for,
bishop
yeah,
C5,
castles, knight
F6,
F6,
knight C3. Wow.
Knight
Okay.
C3. Okay.
I'm used to seeing rook E1 or even D3. D3 is a move here.
Oh, okay. We usually have some nasty, some funny ideas. You go for rook E1, knight G4, then you go rook E2,
Oh, rook E1, knight G4,
then rook E2.
rook E2, and then
usually
you,
nice.
you get hit with this kind of
F4.
Oh,
No, you can't play F4 without
not in
your
this
castling
position.
your king.
You have to castle, go king H8, and then go F4. Okay, there's some kind of a obscure theory there somewhere. Anyway,
some
knight C3 was
ideas.
played. D3 now by Nicole. H6, I don't know if you know they are still following some book theory. Bishop E3, bishop B6,
Knight D5.
knight D5, D6, H3,
But
bishop
with
takes.
this type of blitzing, maybe she's still in prep.
Yeah, maybe she's still in prep.
Yeah, maybe.
There was a trade on E3 and after knight. Oh, so okay. Jumba Gloria has decided to go after the light squared bishop.
Trying to damage the white pawn structure further.
Already it was damaged here.
So
and now
trying
she wants,
to further damage it.
yeah, but this damage is not usually bad because it controls the center. So usually
This opens the F5.
it's actually good for white that you damage your own pawn structure. But this other side, no, I'm not so sure about this other side. So knight takes, pawn takes, and now knight C3 back. B6 trying to vindicate the
So
bishop.
maybe the knight is going to
Queen
G3
E1.
or something
Yeah.
and go for F5.
Okay, I would have also tried to go for F5, but I'm seeing the players here, they're hesitant.
Okay.
You see now, you
So
see
yeah,
you played
now
B6.
Yes.
So B6 means if you go F5 and I take, you have to remove the bishop by the other diagonal, and
Yes.
yet you had planned initially to go on this side. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know. So Queen E1 was played bishop B7, and now Queen G3, and after Queen E7, rook F2.
So I think you the idea should be to place your knight on F5. So you can maybe go back. So you can go for ideas such as the knight, knight H4, knight F5, and also your knight.
And then defend this knight. These knights will defend each other on.
Yes.
Sorry, on
G3
and
because
F5.
you have your H6 pushed, you can't have your G6 because the pawn
Because
will have.
of H6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that happened, and
So you play
Queen
for
D3
F5.
was played. No, rook F2. I think Nicole wants to double on their file. I don't
Yes,
know if it's
yes,
beneficial.
yes.
And now Jumba Gloria has decided to abandon
So
the
like
entire
you
idea of
completely
F5.
go for F4 because now F4 is coming with a mating attack.
Yeah.
Yes, so you just go
And
knight
this
to
time,
H4. Yes,
and
knight
this
H4
time
and knight F5.
you cannot even prevent me because I still go in.
You can. I think you can sack somewhere.
Why?
There's some.
Is there a sack?
There's no sack. So you just still go for.
Just go knight F5.
Yeah. And also the pawn is hanging on H6 and
So
something.
your queen, this is a fork of
Attacks,
the
yes.
queen and the pawn, and
The position.
The position itself.
Yes,
I
yes,
don't know. You're gonna be crying after this.
Yes. So this position is nice for white.
So after that, so
What they play?
rook f2, knight f6. First of all, you want knight
Maybe
f7,
maybe you
knight
can switch off the
f7.
engine maybe.
Okay, let me just switch off.
Yeah,
the
yes.
engine.
Yes.
But the knight was placed to knight 7. It came back to f6.
F6, which is bad. And also at some point you usually have some rook sack on F6. You can have some
on
rook sack on
F6.
F6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I
So
still
this
don't
attack is great for it. So you
What
can double your
what I'm
rooks,
wondering
remove your
is,
knight,
why
sack
would
your rook on
you
F6.
go to h7 and then back to f6? Or there was an idea that you decided, I'm not going for it. Maybe she was trying to go for f5.
G5, maybe F5.
F5 at some point. Maybe. Yeah.
That's why you should control F5 as white.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, the knight came back. Okay, Nicole
Yes.
also abandoned that idea.
Went back.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. And then a6, knight
Now you went for
f4.
the okay.
Okay.
Then you move your queen.
You have to move your
yes.
queen. Knight went back to f6. Now
No, you move your yes.
you go to f3. Okay, and if you place your knight, I think black intends to just
To pick
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
now
how bad is that?
I
I would still go there anyway.
to F5.
Yeah.
And after
Also-
picks you pick with your queen.
I'm picking the. Okay, yeah, queen probably. I don't want to block this file. Yeah. I still think my pawns are doing well in the center, so I don't want to push them further.
But why go to rook F2 then go rook F5?
So rook f2 followed by rook f1 is also a strange idea. I don't get it.
I don't get the idea.
And the players are in this position now.
Mm.
Yeah, and okay, that's how the ladies
I
are
think
going on.
White's attack is nice. White's attack is nice.
Yeah, White's position looks nice. Okay, if you turn on the engine, it will just say it's a bunch of zeros, as it always is. Okay, knight f5 has been played.
So you have to pick with the bishop. Then
You have to pick it. Anything else gives White a massive advantage.
but also
Wait, but I thought we saw which game had an advantage.
picks
Okay, I think there's something misbehaving in this board. This is the position we opened.
the
with
current
this-
position.
No, is this the position we opened with the plus around 2
Maybe
advantage?
the idea was the rook F1 idea was somehow wrong.
Yeah, maybe something was wrong here. Maybe something was wrong here.
Should I go back?
So after this,
I
rook
think you play
F2,
rook A4.
I mean,
rook A4
just go
looks,
knight H4
and rook knight H4 and rook A1. Rook A on F1.
and then bring this
Yes,
other rook. And
yes.
okay, ask.
And
White
if you play knight F5, you can
no, first of all, you have a
can
threat
also
of just
sack. Yeah,
not
the
sack.
threat is
This is a free piece.
it's a free knight. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
It's a free knight.
Unless you move your king, of course. But anyway, we do not understand the ideas going on there. First of all, Omolo Kenneth is much worse against Kyle.
How did the attack come about? Okay.
Look at the current
the
position.
attack.
Let's just go back. We left the position after bishop f4.
Yes.
Now a5 by Omolo Kenneth.
H6 was played. Nice.
Kyle found h6.
Humanly
g3.
expecting G6.
g6,
yeah.
sorry. Knight to e3, rook b6, which I don't get. What's the point of rook b6?
Now these you usually have some. You see this bishop on F4 is usually a monster. You can even try and sack your knight and push this pawn. You'll always pick this knight by force, or also maybe go for the picking on F7 and the rook is hanging.
Yeah.
So push if you block the knight. It's
So
usually tricky.
somehow Omolo Kenneth has just misplayed the position.
Yes.
Somehow.
I think Kyle can't miss such ideas.
Yeah. So
big,
knight
you're
x,
forced to
pawn
pick, then
x,
push,
e6. Okay, knight e5.
No, first you exchange and so you
I
can
mean,
also
I just
pick on
want to pick
F7.
it. f7, no. This will be defended. So,
okay, yeah,
I mean, let me just pick
We
this.
have to exchange.
And if you do that, I pick with tempo. Once you move your queen, and now you pick on f7, and okay, this. How bad is this? Okay, the engine thinks we lost some advantage.
Because of rook takes.
Oh, because of rook takes, yeah. So you have to go queen takes e5.
Okay.
And maybe after queen takes, now you insert the
intermezzo.
The intermezzo.
Yeah, first
on
intermezzo.
f7. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So that was the idea. Anyway, Kyle went for knight. No, Kyle is still thinking after
So
this
Kyle is
position.
still thinking.
This is the
But I know
knight
Kyle knows this better.
Yeah.
You can't sack a knight on d5 bluffing. You can't just bluff a knight sack on d5.
On d5, yeah.
Yeah.
You just to
I'm
sack
sure
a
Kyle.
pawn for, yeah.
So Kyle is just finding the correct moves, trying to counter check whether there's any intermezzo that black has, confirming the moves as well. So I'm
But
pretty sure Kyle will find the move.
What was the idea behind rook b6? Maybe
I'm not so
can
sure.
you guess something?
Maybe trying to control the 6th rank, but still tricky. The attack is coming. It's still tricky.
Yeah. So anyway, that happened, and after night, there Kyle is thinking now, probably trying to look at the best way to deal with the Omolo Kenneth in this situation. Another position that I can see, let's say what? Okay, Njoroge Martin is equal against Magana. Let's just go back. After that, knight
Okay,
c3
so
move.
let's go for the okay. So
So after that,
interesting.
knight c3 move, e5, bishop c4. Okay, it kind of got into some Italian game. Okay, knight f3, knight takes, and after pawn takes, bishop there, bishop d2.
Looks like African, but okay.
What pawn?
Pick and pick.
After
But
knight
your e5 is hanging, so you
Yeah.
have to not after e5. You have to defend your e5 first.
Okay, yeah. If you pick the bishop, okay, e5 will be hanging in that case.
Yes.
So I think what.
So d6, d6. You first protect your e5, yes.
So he went for d6, and after knight d5, can't you take this free pawn? I mean, trade here. Oh, if you trade, the knight takes. These are the knight takes. Depending on d5. Okay.
yes.
Anyway, so Magana took knight
Took the
takes, castles, bishop to e6, and b4.
b4.
Yeah. I mean, if you can play b4, why not?
b4, okay.
98. Okay, the guy is a suicide bomber at this stage, so
As I'm also expecting some c6 at some point.
is Martin Njoroge at this point is not fighting for anything. Why not mess up the waters and see what happens?
You have yellows at stake as well.
No,
You have yellows at stake as well.
the guy is gone.
Yes.
The second position is gone.
Yes.
You cannot join the Olympiad team. I mean, what's the cost of the loss?
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know how. I'm just trying to
You have yellows at
put
stake
words
as well.
in
Okay.
put words in Njoroge's mouth.
It's
Anyway, he went 98, queen e1, f5 takes, and
like I told you, Magana will try and go aggressive.
yeah. So
Because Magana has to win this game.
if he wants to,
If he wants to secure the second spot, or if he wants to maybe cement
for
the
the
second
second.
spot, not fight, cement the second
cement.
spot.
Oh, okay.
He has to win this game. So I'm pretty sure, and also defensively in this tournament, Martin has shown to be a bit shaky. So
it's also a strategic battle. Because
Yes.
now, if you're not defending good positions,
Yes.
I'll still attack you.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
I'll attack you.
So anyway, after f3, Magana went back. Queen h5. He doesn't want to trade queens because he wants to attack on the king side.
Yes.
And okay, this is where I think Martin Njoroge is now thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with f3 on the board,
Okay, I also don't like
the
that move. What was this f3?
the double c pawns, I think black is okay. So
Howie,
Mehul, Mrs. Howie. Okay, so
there was
we
some
expected
development.
c5.
So yeah, castle c5, bishop f4 back,
After knight.
knight e4, queen
Then-
c2.
Okay.
Now the other knight came to f6.
You can also play f5 maybe.
Yeah, okay. I was
You
also
can also
thinking
play
f5.
f5,
I
yes.
mean,
You can
just
also play
cement
f5.
that knight and see what happens.
Yes.
Although f5 kind of weakens this square. I'm not sure, like,
The a5 square.
yeah.
You have to take some time before evaluating the position before considering playing f5 or something like
F5,
that. Yeah.
So anyway, how
Bit
it goes
tricky.
for knight f6.
That
We can
takes-
always go for f5 at any given moment if you want to, probably.
So you pick,
Bishop
pick the
takes.
bishop, correct?
I thought you would pick with the pawn.
Uh,
What happens if you pick with the pawn?
is there no hanging pawn somewhere? You have to be very cautious about the pawns. Exchange.
Just want to.
If you exchange everything, I think you'll have an isolated c pawn, which is not good.
Okay, so after this.
Yeah, you have an isolated c pawn, which is weak.
And this pawn is also weak.
Not-
You'll
yeah,
have
yeah.
to play something like f5, which
is
further
also,
weakens the
yeah.
king side. Yeah.
And also, the isolated c pawn is usually weak. Is very, very weak.
So after knight f
So
e4,
bishop takes.
queens,
Go for the isolated queen's pawn, which is better.
and then knight d2, controlling the d4 square, not allowed.
Controlling the square in front of the the AQP, which is a
AQP.
correct strategy.
Yeah.
Yes. You
And okay, at this point,
Blockade the
this-
square.
Okay, how he's thinking now? He wants to see what next. Probably the plans will be to kind of blockade this as white before
see
trying
how
to
you have
attack
to come
anything.
up with a long-term plan. The light square diagonal, the light square diagonal is great for black.
Okay.
You have the d4 square that both players have to worry about in the long term, because some ideas you have there. Of course, black will be aiming to go for d4,
Yeah.
so white has to control the d4 square as much as possible. Also, the e4 square is also important, so the pawn currently can't go to d4 because it's protecting the
Yeah,
knight.
right knight's defended, I think.
And also protecting the knight.
Two
Yeah.
times or what? Okay, a lot
Right now
of
I
times.
can't, yeah.
You just can't. push
So
it.
the idea will be maybe moving your queen, black moving the queen somewhere, then you place your rook in the open,
Place the rook in the open file,
behind the
just-
pawn and
then hope for the best.
other open file.
Hope for the best, because there's no way you're winning this game if white does not blunder. Anyway,
You can come up with a nice strategy, but
I mean, how is white losing this game if you don't blunder?
not really a blunder. You can outmaneuver your opponent.
Okay, if
You gain a slight advantage and
even that
use
slight,
the slight
even
advantage.
for you to gain that slight advantage,
There has
black
to be
has
an
to display the
inaccuracy.
position. Yeah, it has to be an inaccuracy. Either
That's
way.
okay, yeah.
Anyway, Omolo Kenneth still was. Who else? Let's see. Mataiga. I'm really curious about to see what the approach of McLeod would take on this game.
Okay.
So we left it after knight.
Knight
Was it after
d5?
rook e8? Yeah. McLeod castles, knight d5, pawn
Takes,
d5,
takes.
c6.
So you take and play d4. I think you can pick
Takes and d4. Okay. McLeod
So you played
for
d3, okay?
McLeod has been playing some KG chess recently. D3. The previous game started with e3. Anyway,
But the issue with d4 is that you can always black always
there's
has the
E5.
e4.
e4, sorry.
Yes.
So anyway, d5, bishop to e3.
So you're tempting black to go d4, which
And
he
he
did.
does.
I don't think it was correct, but
Bishop
okay.
e2. Takes.
Take with the knight. Now you're controlling the light
So
squares.
d4, let's see. D4 is
I don't think
also-
d4 is correct because black played bishop e3 to tempt black to go for d4,
And he goes for
and d4 you're opening up the light square diagonal for white. Also bishop back, pick with the knight. Now you'll be controlling the whole light squares. White will be controlling the light squares. So
And it stretches your pawns also.
yes,
Okay.
I don't think
anyway,
d4 is correct. Yeah,
Takes.
pick with the knight. Yeah.
And now after that, rook c1.
Okay.
Wait,
Anyways.
can't you pick the pawn? Oh, there's b3. But what happens? I mean, I'm a pawn
B3,
grabber.
A4.
I'm a pawn grabber.
B3,
Let me pick
A4.
this. What happens?
b3, then a4.
B3, A4.
Yes.
Okay, B A4.
Then I can move a bishop.
Okay, but now you give up a pawn.
Yeah.
And,
You have to give up that pawn.
I thought it was a free pawn.
Okay. Nice.
Takes. Okay. So Mataiga goes for bishop e6.
So exchanging the light square bishop. So
Who does that favor? Is it black or white?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so queen b3 was played.
But at least white's knight has a lot of squares to maneuver to jump into.
According to what
Have
I'm
the
seeing,
c4, e4, the b6 squares, which are great for white's knight.
b6 square.
The c4, b6, e4,
So you're trying to do this,
and also
and you have an easier play.
yes. For black's knight, I'm not so sure the squares they can go to. If you go to b4, you can always have a3 as white.
Yeah, a3. There's always this.
Yeah,
kind
there's
of-
always a3. Yes.
Okay. So it's quite a tough decision to make for black,
Maneuvering game.
but it's an equal game. At this
maneuvering
point,
game.
okay, the computer says that
Have a lot of maneuverings, a lot of
like we said,
strategic
5 hours.
endgame play.
Other than the Kyle game, I'm not seeing any swings. Let's see the ladies sections. Okay, even in the ladies section, nothing is swinging. Okay, let's look at this J game.
Yeah. Can try come up with some ideas for the players.
So okay, this happened. Okay. 95 takes.
Yeah.
Bishop e7. Castles was
Then
played.
c3.
Rook
You have to play
d8.
c3.
Yeah.
Yes.
C3. Bishop to d6.
So bishop goes to g3. You can. So my question is, in case black picks on e5, what do you pick with? Let's say bishop takes e5 somewhere.
Okay.
So let's say
it's white to play. So
yeah.
I don't know what will you play.
So let's say white plays something like
Let me just play random.
something. Yeah. So if bishop takes, what should so you pick
I
the
guess
pawn?
the
Yeah.
idea is just to
Yeah, you
pick
pick the pawn.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then maybe try to read out. Either way, this bishop will kind of struggle the entire game. You have to find a way to kind of either trade it or.
Really trade it.
I don't like this bishop, the prospects of this bishop.
Ah,
So let's say maybe they take this. What if I take with the bishop instead?
I don't like bishop takes.
What do you want? Takes?
I don't like bishop takes. Then you have knight e4.
Knight e4. Okay. Now I go knight d4 also.
So you're okay.
Okay, chess is a give and take game. So I gave you a square. I'm also taking one.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what
Okay.
happens.
Not really valuable
Takes,
positions well.
Queen. Okay, not queen d3. This is the life position. Zuri still thinking. Not Zuri. Joyce is still thinking. Probably trying to pick whether to go h3 or something.
Really, h3. I don't think the idea is usually h3 in the London.
I don't
So
like.
maybe you can move your bishop back to g3. Maybe you prevent white from playing knight e4 by going knight g3. Maybe.
Oh, okay, so maybe
Yeah.
things like this to prevent this knight from landing there. Okay.
Maybe then you go bishop g3 going for f4.
Bishop g3 followed by f4. That's
Yeah,
an idea.
but still the e4 square is a bit tricky for
You have
white.
to take care of this square.
The square.
Okay.
It's a bit challenging to defend the square.
Yeah.
You can defend the queen. So I don't think f4 is a nice idea.
Yeah.
Because if knight f3, you can also have some king h1.
King
and f3
h1 followed by
ideas.
okay.
Yeah, at some point.
But do you really have an attack? I don't know. So this
As white.
remove- yeah.
This looks like some sort of a French, but then it's a French gone good for black.
For black?
Because of the
Light
light
square
square
bishop.
bishop. Yeah, the light square bishop is exchanged, and it's somehow gone bad for white because there's
Now
no
you
light
have a
square
French.
bishop here.
Okay.
There's no light square
quote,
bishop.
Semi-French bishop.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is
So
Joyce.
I like black.
We'll see how she maneuvers that.
Yes.
Kyle probably will win this game. Let's see.
So did Kyle find the move?
Yeah, Kyle
bishop
found
takes.
bishop
Yes.
takes.
Yes. So now Kenneth Omolo is in a lot of trouble. A lot
Not
of
only
trouble.
are you down a pawn, your opponent is
A
up
lot
a pawn.
of
Your
trouble.
opponent is up a pawn. That's the compensation. How are you coming back from this?
So if knight takes, you first you exchange, you pick with the queen, then you go for the intermezzo, like we said.
Yeah. So if
The
knight
intermezzo
takes,
is hard. It's tough. I think.
it's not tough. You just go queen takes and not a queen.
No, I think you're losing your rook.
Oh wait.
You know, you pick king f7.
You're not losing anything.
No, you don't pick. You first play the intermezzo. Yeah,
Do you want to pick it?
you have to
And then after takes, okay, not takes, you take with the knight apparently.
because of check.
Yeah, it's a check, but
King has to move.
and then okay, life continues. Bishop takes d5.
Okay,
You have
this
a
is
free
lost.
pawn.
Life
Yeah,
doesn't
this is-
continue.
Life
Life
doesn't.
doesn't.
Life ends here.
Yes, life ends there.
So after knight takes, you just have
So
to
knight
find
can't
queen
take.
takes and the intermezzo on f7.
Yes. So the white king is very weak. The black king,
black
sorry.
king.
Yes, very weak.
Very weak.
Because we'll always have the intermezzo, the e takes on f7 check.
Yeah, and right now I think you have to just okay. So Kyle is still evaluating, probably maybe thinking to go for the intermezzo before that.
It's Kenneth Omolo to play. It's black. No,
Oh,
that's not
so
the
that's
move,
the
yeah.
left position. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Kenomolo to play, to
But
which
can't take.
I think you can also pick it before the intermezzo. Can I just go for the intermezzo before doing anything?
You have your queen. Okay, queen takes.
And then I go knight takes with check and next
The
line.
bishop takes. Bishop takes.
Bishop takes what? Yeah, bishop takes. on
But
d5
then,
next move.
in this line, here you have queen takes, and you do, after the exchange, but still. you have the
In
knight
this
takes.
case, I might
You have
just
knight takes with the tempi.
Yeah. Your queen moves. Let's say it here.
Now your queen has to move to e6. Now the pawn on d5 doesn't have. So
Okay.
I think
So in the other case, you're winning a pawn. In this case, you're not winning a pawn.
the
You
d5
just
pawn,
have a superior position.
Yes.
So let's see. Okay, so it's Kenomolo to play, and Kenomolo
But
probably
this is
knows he's
very,
in trouble.
Yeah, this is very bad for black.
Time situation 55 minutes against
Oh,
117.
time doesn't matter over here.
No,
No,
I
this
just
is bad.
I just mean like
No,
55
he'll
minutes.
spend like 10 minutes trying to look for a defense, but it's
No,
tough.
I'm just saying like the point of the time situation is that it means you're in trouble if
Yes.
you're thinking, your
Yeah,
opponent is
the
not
opponent is
thinking and
just
has an advantage.
Slightly blitzing the moves, yeah.
Yeah. Your opponent has the advantage and is not thinking.
Yes. And I know for sure Kenneth Omolo now knows he's in worse position.
Yeah. Okay, so that was okay. Let's see how
So
we
this is how
any
we-
development takes knight b2. Nothing has happened.
Nothing.
Jadon versus Boera. Position is still equal also.
So
something happened.
Boera played for the your idea, the A4,
Takes
A4,
is
A5.
yeah. Castles.
A4,
Rook
A5,
E1,
yeah.
and A4, yeah. Okay, A4, A5, I'm not trying to claim I have any advantage. I just want to drive your knight to a worse position. I don't know where to
You're
go.
also trying to force black to play is A5.
And if you go A5, I don't know. I don't mind A5. Now I continue improving my position. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've played A5,
I think it's somehow forced.
I could go Queen B3 and try to harass your knight.
Because you know A5.
Yeah.
A5 is a strong move because it comes with the TMP attacking the knight. No. Like for white, if you allow white to place
Yeah, if you allow
play
me,
A5,
so if you play something
because you'll have
similar,
A5 and A6.
yeah. So let's just play
You'll have
something.
A5 and A6.
A5.
The knight moves A6.
Okay, so that
Yes.
and A6 now.
Yes.
And your queen side is now funny.
Yes.
Funny in a way.
Yes.
Because this pawn becomes permanently weak. I could go for B4 at some point.
And it's
I could even go for knight here to
yes.
C5.
Yes.
A lot of things happen.
And the C6 pawn will be weak. A
Yeah.
backward pawn.
So after A4, A5 has
A5
been
is
played.
somehow forced.
Nice.
So the knight is being maneuvered
C5.
through B3 to C5, yes.
Yeah, so
attacking
knight
okay.
Came
That's a nice
to
idea.
C1 to B3 to C5.
Yes.
And is it, how will you deal with this knight? Or is it necessary to deal with it? Or is it just a good one when it's on C3? Maybe it's good on C3. Wow, okay, just a second. Knight F4 was played a fancy move.
Okay.
Bishop F1.
Yeah, you don't
Rook
have to
E1.
exchange your light squared bishop.
Now rook to D1. After rook E8, rook D1, knight E6.
So knight E6 now protects the C5
okay,
square.
okay.
So knight F4 is nice. Go back to E6 and control the
I
C5
thought it
square.
was just a fancy move. Turns out it has an idea.
Yes.
But what about if I go to E5? I instead change gears.
Okay.
I'm not trying to take your bishop. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
clear. Yeah. Okay, that could be an idea.
Maybe knight c4 right. Maybe knight c4, knight c4 right now.
You place your knight on e5.
No, it's
knight
black to
here.
play. So we play knight c4, prevent the move, and you're forcing b3.
And I'm forcing b3.
Yeah, to drive the knight away, and that's what I want. I want you to weaken your pawns.
So let's do this. I go b3.
Yes, then go back.
Go back.
No, you go back the other way so that you can have the e4 ideas.
Okay.
You don't go back to b6.
Okay. So
Yes.
knight there. Let me now go in.
Yes.
What would be your plan here? Okay, apparently the position is equal, but just like my position is white here. I think my bishop is better than yours.
Yes.
I'm not taking that bishop, by the way.
Also, the bishop will go back to
Okay,
b3.
I think my worry was there's something like this. Oh, apparently it doesn't work because there's a knight on d6.
Pick, yeah.
Yeah, there's a knight on d6, so it doesn't work.
Yes.
But that would have been a very nice also fancy move after facing a fancy move also.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
That's nice.
that is Jedon. Let's see.
I've got the ladies maybe.
Ladies section.
We can check the Nicole game, how the attack
So,
went
Nicole
about.
game.
Yes. So the other knight was later remaneuvered back to go to f5 again,
So
forcing black to play g6.
So bishop c8 was played. Knight
Pick.
f5. Take. Queen d6.
No, you
Queen
go back.
E6.
You don't exchange it.
You just have to go back. And after a5, okay, I would really want to go to b5. How are you driving me out of b5?
b5. But what's the knight doing on b5?
Okay, nothing.
You just defend the pawn on c7.
You might even attack you with c6. Oh, knight c6.
No,
there's a
don't play
fork.
c6.
So you have to go queen maybe to b7 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So knight b5.
The
maybe
knight will
looks
have to
just
go
nice.
back again.
Yeah. So knight e2 was played.
Knight.
And the knight
g6.
is headed to. Oh, wow. And Nicole says, okay, not okay. Let's do something.
So Nicole is okay.
Nicole wants to push h5, I think.
Nicole wants to win.
Yeah.
Nicole is going for the win.
Because h4, I mean,
Nicole is going for the win.
rook e8, h5,
Nicole is going for
king
the win.
g7. Okay, I don't want to pick that pawn. Let's just keep
Yeah, you
the
can't.
tension.
And you can't play G5 because of the F5 square.
Yeah,
Yes.
G5 is bad.
Yes.
Terrible. So, okay, at this point, Nicole is still thinking. I would assume she wants to do something like this.
Yes.
Although she would have done it earlier. I don't know why she retreated.
No, she went back, yes.
Or maybe there was a glitch in the transmission. Who knows?
Not really. If the game is continuing, no, not really. Not really. I don't know what she considered going back to F1 again.
F2, rook
Just
F1.
control the F file, go for the attack.
And see what happens. Let your opponent defend. Not
Yes.
see what,
Yes.
You don't have to do the entire job. Sometimes you just let your opponent do the
Blunder for themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. Just let your opponent blunder for themselves.
Okay, Sasha. Let's see what Sasha is up to.
Yes.
So Sasha went for this.
Okay, yeah.
A3 was played.
Okay, yeah. Yes. You have to drive away
So
the bishop.
knight E4. Okay, attacking.
A3.
A3. Bella has not.
So
played.
yeah, you can play something like knight d2.
Okay,
Or
even
bishop
bishop
d2.
D2.
Okay. I thought knight d2 was better to force knight takes d2. Then you bring your bishop up. You don't exchange the bishop.
I also like that bishop. I don't know why. I
Yes,
traded.
you don't exchange the bishop.
Because now in this position, I think I might just take and
It's drawish.
happens?
It's a bit equalish. Now the bishop will go to d3. Will castle.
you go bishop D3. I trade. I don't mind that. And I will claim now. You might not have a bishop pair anymore. But how are you going to put pressure on me?
Yeah.
Okay, my knight of course is kind of.
The knight will go to f6. Yeah. So I
Trying
think
to
the direct
hit,
idea here is to go for e4.
Or to go for e4.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
immediately.
So e4. It's white. It's black.
It's black to play.
Black
So
to play.
maybe
So castles. Now you go e4 or
I think
something.
you can go for e4.
But e4 right now it softens up a lot of things. I'm not picking it by the way. So let's just try rook e1, rook e8,
Castles. You castle and place your rook on e1.
castles.
So
Oh yeah,
castles,
and you
yeah.
place your rook on e1, and the tension actually favors white because
Yes.
now you have this kind of great center.
Yes.
Nice. So anyway, the position
That is still drawish, but it's
is still at bishop d2. Sasha is
so
here to make a.
but you have to pick it the knight.
Yeah, you have to pick your.
Yeah,
It's forced.
You just play
Okay,
quickly.
maybe she's just standing up. She could
Okay,
be
yeah,
doing
maybe
other
she's out.
games,
Yeah, maybe she's out. Yeah,
Who knows what's happening?
yeah, maybe she's out.
Oh, okay, so the time situation, okay, it has been played.
Yes.
The time situation is 53 minutes against 1 hour and 2 minutes.
So typical Sasha usually takes her time.
Yeah.
Not-
So Julie
nothing much
versus
to worry about.
Kimani 1-0. What happened? Something happened
So
here.
yeah, Julie went for f5.
Yeah. So we left the position at A3.
Yes, knight,
Okay,
knight.
this had been played. And then after that, knight f1 was
So
played.
the idea
Knight
was
G1.
knight f4 check.
Oh,
He's going for knight f4 check.
So there, knight. No, she didn't go for knight f4.
The idea was to go for knight f4 check.
Okay, so if knight f4.
No,
what happens?
Like if white played something else, maybe No.
Okay, so let me play something else. Is it
Maybe
is
A4,
it-
play
is it that
something like
dangerous?
A4. I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to give up the
Okay,
B,
okay, yeah,
whatever
okay,
square. So let me
okay.
just develop something. Let's go queen. Oh,
I know
okay,
you
that
lose your
even
queen.
lands into a
Yeah,
fork.
you lose your queen.
Is this a possibility? Let me play just okay. Okay, that even loses again.
Knight F4. Knight
Knight
F4 loses.
F4.
E5, why? Why not?
I don't like having a pawn here because as white I would just pick it and let you have a pawn here, so that that bishop becomes inactive for some time.
Oh no, but also your dark square bishop is also
Yeah, but
inactive.
my bishop is looking at your pawn.
And
Your
also,
your
and
bishop
you've given up the C5 square.
It's okay. Look at this. Okay, I'm just saying.
Pick, yeah. You have to move your queen.
Let me move my queen.
Then I can
let's
play
say
knight
E2.
C5.
Knight C5.
Yes.
Now I move my knight
And
somewhere.
then,
I don't know.
and my knight will go to E6 and go to maybe D4, F4.
I understand, but look at my reasoning is that my bishop is staring at your pawn.
Yes.
Your pawn is staring at your own pawn. So I mean, it's a nice tension that I like because anytime your bishop tries to run away, I get the pawn. But in this situation, of course, I don't think it favors any side.
Yeah.
To have that pawn on that direction. But anyway,
Still early, yeah.
E5. Actually, knight F5 is the best move. I don't understand that move.
Okay.
Or with the
If you take,
intention
then
that
queen
if you
takes,
take,
yeah.
then queen takes on H5.
Yeah.
And also, I'm attacking your bishop on D7.
Yes.
Just for the
Which is
record.
a great bishop.
Yeah.
And also you're threatening a fork.
And I'm threatening a fork on
Yes.
Wow,
On E7.
So the best move is queen C7.
Yes.
And the game
Then you pick the bishop by
continues.
force.
Oh, I picked the bishop by force.
Yeah, not
Am I
the-
not okay? I'm not winning, by the way.
But I
But
think
I
it
should
will
be
yeah.
better as white.
Be
I
better
should
as
be
white,
better
yeah.
as white.
Should be good for it.
I mean, do you even take with the king?
I'm
Taking
not
with the
sure.
king gives a 1+1 advantage, so you have to take with the
I'm not
knight.
sure.
And after takes,
Then
okay.
takes.
Okay, you're not even supposed to take that. Just leave the tension. C4.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just how to hold some small edge and see what black is ready to do. In other sections, let's see. We have who? Okay. Madelta Glenda still playing Cassidy. Let's just look at the developments.
Yeah, let's go to the game. Still the Benoni. The bishop again went to F4.
So
Nice.
takes.
Nice.
Knight BD7. Rook E8, A4, A6,
A5. Yes.
Queen C7.
Then bishop went back to F4 again.
Okay. So the bishop okay. The
Bishop was on
has
C1
been-
initially, went to F4, then came back to C1, then now it's on F4.
So 3 moves to the bishop on the same
1,
squares.
2, 3. Yes.
3 moves to the bishop on the same
On the
squares.
same squares.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
If you're a beginner, don't do that.
But here, I think black is controlling the E5 square well, and also the pawn on D6 is defended. So you can go for knight C5. The bishop, whether anytime the bishop is taken, you can take with your rook.
Okay. As black, I would really want to go for C5. I don't know.
The C5, yeah.
C4.
Does it really work here?
Okay, your bishop is attacked.
Okay. And also,
what do you
yeah.
do?
And also the knight C5 is coming.
Then I play knight C5 next.
yeah.
Because you cannot stay on these diagonals.
Yeah,
My next
because
move is
it's
knight
forced,
C5.
yes.
And okay, let's say
Bishop C2 is forced.
I go knight.
Then
Yeah, and I'm
knight
always
C5.
threatening to get into these directions.
Yeah, that's
or
also nice,
something.
yeah. That's so great.
And you cannot chase away my knight. by the
Yes.
way.
Yes.
So hey, that has not been played. It's still at bishop f4. Black is done to decide. Other than that, maybe knight e5 is an idea. I don't like it though because it kind of
You're giving away the knight and also close.
it's a Benoni and you're giving away the knights. The knights are supposed to be jumping around.
But the knights usually usually have ideas such as knight g4, knight e5.
Knight g4
Usually, yes.
to e5.
Yes.
But you don't wanna place this bishop on this pawn on e5.
No, you
because
can pick it the rook.
I'm just saying picking with the pawn
okay.
is just a bad
Yeah,
idea
it's
because
bad, yes.
of this pawn.
Yeah, you can't give out a passed pawn and also disconnect your pawns.
So let's see any other move. Okay, let's just Bella versus Sasha. Any other game. At this point in time, I think the opening phase is over. So the players are now beginning to take time.
So now
to
it's
make moves.
long strategic games. except the Kyle game.
Yeah,
the other ones, that's a tactical game, of course.
Yeah.
With tactics already on the board.
Yeah.
In the other games, it's a long strategic game, expecting like 3 hours. The rest of the games.
Yeah, and also the players are now beginning to take their time.
Yeah.
As you can see, nobody's
Coming up with
rushing
ideas,
out.
coming up with strategies, coming up with plans,
Actually, something happened here.
checking opponents' ideas.
So,
Okay.
just a second. So after Queen C8,
D5 is a bad move because it gives away the
D5,
square.
yeah, D5 was not sound. F3 was played,
F5.
F5, sorry.
Yes.
Now, B5
Knight.
driving the knight out. Knight went to the edge of the board. Bishop went
Forced.
back to A1.
That's forced.
Now F4, to which Kimani Wanjiru responded with knight G4, and after takes. Sasha, or not Sasha, but Julie is now thinking. I mean, she has these open lines along the white king. And okay, it's not so clear. Of course, the position is still very delicate. Anyone can win this game, but I think I would prefer black on this situation. What side?
Also, the king safety, the white's king safety.
Yeah, the white's king is not so
It
great.
can be attacked.
I feel like if the queen finds itself here somewhere, even ideas
H5
like moving the knight
ideas,
and h5 ideas could suffice in the
Also,
action.
the knight on g1 is a bit.
Yeah, what is this knight also doing? It's defending f3 anyway.
It has
Who
to
knows?
go to h. It has to go to h3 and f2.
Yeah. Okay. So that is Julie. Of course, the position is still balanced according to the computer. Nobody knows what's happening completely. Anything else? Oh, Howie has just got an f5 in. Let's see how he found it. So bishop takes, knight e2, queen e7, knight d4, and Howie white knight h5 going after the bishop on f4.
Bishop moves.
Mehul want for bishop h2 and
Then,
f5.
yes.
And okay, is this f5 move very
How is
risky?
going for the win?
How is going for the win?
How is going for the win?
So this is just an indication that
How is
we
going
are
for
not
the
we are
win?
not playing for any draws here.
Yes, they're not draws here.
They're not draws here. Okay.
Yes. How is going for the win?
Of course, going for the win also
Yes.
means you are risking something. You
Yes.
might end up losing.
And also, but I know some of these decisions because of the tournament situation. Like Howie and Mehul, I think they are tied on points, 11 points each. Anyone who wins will have a very, very nice edge to enter into the national team. So, and also a draw doesn't favor either of them.
So you have to kill your opponent.
Yes, you have to
If you
win.
don't kill them, they might
You have
both
to
of
win.
you end up dying, not benefiting from the action.
Yeah, you end up suicide bombing each other.
Yeah. Okay. So there's only one clear game. The others are just
A bit
strategic.
shaky.
Okay, it's very unclear.
Long strategic games.
Joyce went for c3, bishop d6, queen f4.
So here
castles.
they have to look for some
Rook
really
E1.
nice strategies to even get an advantage.
Yeah. Like we said, those 5-hour games.
Yes.
That you just
4-5 hour games. Yes.
No more. Nothing happening.
I think there's some sort of a transmission error in the Magana game.
Magana game. Let's see.
I don't think Martin spent.
Okay, we left the game after. Oh, this is moves have been played.
No,
So
it's
after
just Queen F5. Queen H5.
Queen h5 was played.
Yes. Martin hasn't
Nothing has
even moved.
happened?
Nothing has happened. So I think.
No, something has happened.
What? Okay. Go back.
Like I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the queen found itself on so
H4.
this happened, knight e3, bishop back to e6, c3, and now f3, which we were criticizing, we're not sure. Magana went queen h5, rook f2, which I don't really understand what is rook f2, or maybe trying to defend the second rank. Rook f6 was played by Magana. Okay, so maybe he knows what Magana was planning.
Magana is going for the king.
Yeah, so he decides to place the rook on the second rank prior to what Magana is planning on.
Yes.
Rook d1 was played, rook h6, and now knight f1.
Defending the h2 square.
Yeah, to which Magana responds with queen f7, queen e2, and okay, this
So what's Magana's plan?
This rook looks funny. What's this rook doing here?
Controlling the second rank.
No, at first it was controlling the second rank, but after before queen e2, I was a fan of that rook being on f2. Right now, I'm
But
not so sure.
the queen is attacking the pawn on.
I mean,
on
why not
C4.
go knight d5?
You have c6.
Okay. There is a C6
yes, there's
move.
C6.
Yeah, there's a c6 move.
Yes. You have to
But this
show
one
a
is
move.
also hanging.
It's not hanging. How is it hanging?
Oh, it's not hanging. Sorry, c6, not d6. Not
C6, yes,
Okay,
C6.
Okay.
Chasing away the knight and picking the pawn.
So you
That was
have to
Magana's
defend
idea.
it.
Yes.
Now you're stuck defending that pawn. I'm not.
Now the knight was coming to f4 via h5.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so you have to prevent that.
So the knight is coming to this direction.
Yes. So you have to prevent that.
Okay, so he prevents it from happening. Magana goes to rook f8. Queen d3, knight h5, takes, and okay. You have to play
Again.
h3 or
So,
g3.
or maybe knight back to
Knight
f1.
Knight f1.
Knight f1 again.
Playing knight f1.
You play knight f1 again.
Okay, the best
You
move is
can't
knight f1.
you can't create weaknesses around your king by pushing a pawn. So you go back to f1, like how you defended the other
How
time.
do you play this?
Again, Magana maybe can go back to her, but you go back again to e3.
Okay, of course, Njoroge will not mind a draw.
Yes.
But I mean, if you have to kind of repeat moves like that,
Magana might also rook lift. Rook goes to F4 and
F4
also
to
to
try and
yes
H4.
to H4. Yes.
Okay. Magana has a lot of ideas in this
So
game.
maybe White's idea is to go for C5 and try to break the pawn.
Okay.
Trying to open up the D file as well, in case all the rooks come to the H file. You can have your back rank and the open.
Okay.
open D file.
Yeah, I can see. So I think it's just a poke and proud or something, where black is just throwing mud into the wall to see what can stick.
Yes.
Yeah, if you get a little bit careless, you might get checkmated.
But in the
if you play
Kenyan field, it will get something.
yeah, it will get something.
Yeah, it might get something because defending is harder than attacking.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Mehul, nothing happening after F5. Let's just look at all the games on the screen. Madelta equal, Nicole is still equal. Okay, Rook D8 was Rook A E8 was played. Okay, we can just go through it. This is the position where we saw Rook F2, and after Rook A.
So you expect
Rook
the other rook to swing to F1.
Yeah,
Now she can't miss that. You have to play that.
there is
you have
nothing
to play
else. I
that.
don't see something else.
You have to play
Okay,
that.
what other plan could you employ?
No, you have to play that.
Yeah.
What else do you play? Like that's the. It looks like a easier plan for White. Go for that. Try to
Put more pressure.
threaten black. And though there's nothing, yeah.
There could be nothing if played accurately, but you're
And
always
also,
under pressure.
you always have some knight sacks ideas on F5 at some point.
So black also will be thinking about placing the knight on C5, to which
No, but the
You're
pawns
not so
are
sure.
all protected.
yeah, but okay, a knight on C5. Just put it there and see what happens because you don't have a way to kind of make progress on the other side. You have to wait and see what white is
But the
doing.
knight is controlling the F6 square.
So let's say this happens.
Yes.
Just a second.
The knight is controlling the F6 square well.
So
So you can't remove your knight
I'm
from...
just thinking about this. How bad can this be?
you move your queen, then go for the rook F6. So you have to
I
go
might
back.
capture it if
Ah.
you play rook F6. Remember, it's two
okay.
queens for the rook. So,
Okay.
so if this happens, okay.
Or
So
maybe
let me just play a
you
random
create an
move.
Alekan gun. You go for the rook F2 and...
Oh, actually, HG6 now wins because you cannot play
the
that
rook is
careless
hanging.
move. Yeah.
The rook is hanging.
And what? Okay, you cannot capture the king. So let's just play a random move. The move you were saying is rook here.
F6, yeah.
Can't I just sacrifice it? I want to sacrifice and see. Takes. The engine gives you an advantage as white, but I have to look for the queen.
Can you even play something like queen G4? Go for queen G4 and enter the
Okay, this king is
black's position, yeah.
This king is weak. It
It's an
doesn't
open
matter
board.
how much material you have.
And then the pawns will open up, yeah.
Yeah, that.
To be an open board. Like we saw, Magana played rook F4.
Rook F4, wow.
Yeah, as expected.
Your ideas.
Maybe Martin should go for something like C5.
You can almost read
Go for
Magana's mind,
C5.
you can see.
You go for C5. Yeah, go for C5 ideas.
Go for C5 and see what. Okay.
Yeah,
What
try to
Magana-
open up because of the back rank.
Yeah. Okay, what will Magana play in this position? I don't see anything. Let's say you insist. You cannot insist because of G4.
Now you see the function of the rook on F2.
Yeah.
And you can't sack.
Yeah, you cannot.
You can't sack because of the rook on F2.
It doesn't work.
Because
This
of the rook.
this rook ruling looks nice now.
Yes. So maybe but then you have your okay.
Okay.
The bishop can come to the king side, so okay.
That's the live position.
But you're expecting C5.
C5, yeah. C5. Other than C5.
But you have to calculate.
Because after C5 also what happens? Nothing. I don't see. You don't
Because
have anything.
C5 black can't pick the pawn.
Yeah, you can't pick the pawn.
Yeah, can't pick the pawn.
And even if you could pick the pawn, I mean, what would you achieve? Broken pawns?
No, you just check, pick the pawn, go with
No, I'm
your
saying
rook back.
as black, what would you achieve? Oh,
Nothing.
Okay, Njoroge has just made a terrible mistake according to the computer.
G4.
G4 is a bad move according to the computer because of queen H3.
So G4 is trying to prevent rook to H4.
I think so.
But it's bad.
It's bad at the moment.
It's bad.
So the engine goes even queen F7 is good for black.
Going for picking the pawn on.
Yeah.
And you have to give up the pawn.
I mean, what happens after knight e3? I'm just curious.
The
E4
pawn
now.
is hanging. No, the pawn is hanging as well.
No,
You can still pick the
you
pawn.
can still capture
Because of the rook on F4. Yeah, you can still capture the pawn.
And maybe you can even trade queens if you want to.
Yes. The pawn structure is broken. Your pawn up.
G4.
The F3 pawn will be weak.
How will you justify G4 by the way after this? Very hard. So yeah,
The C3
Njoroge
pawn.
might be in trouble
Yeah. That might be
after
in trouble.
G4. Let's wait and see. Anything else happening? Howie has not Howie. Mehul has not made a move after F5.
You have to spend some time.
Yeah. So G4 by Mataiga's game is a game I think also will
Here Maklige is having controlling the file.
So after queen b3, a trade happened. Knight takes, rook c8, rook ac8, knight c5,
attacking the pawn.
b7 pawn.
Yes.
Rook e7 was played.
Knight goes to
e4.
You see the squares. The squares are the knight squares.
Yeah. See how the knight. The knight is being maneuvered.
So you have to chase away the knight maybe.
Okay. So rook went back.
But then the knight will come again with tempi to c5.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, tricky.
I'm even thinking about now. Okay, what happened? Okay, you
No,
cannot even move the knight. Your rook is
losing,
hanging.
yeah, you're losing the rook.
So what if you try to trade? Let's see this. What happens?
87.
Or you can just go rook easy.
I can just move my king.
I don't have to
Because
pick it.
anytime you can't pick. And also you can even move your king somewhere. You can't pick either of the pawns because of the rook is hanging.
Yeah. No, yeah, but I was just saying like here you're just baiting, trying to bait black into picking, but of course they won't
come with that. Yeah, they can't.
So the rook was just doubled. Let's see what Maklige has planned here.
So you can even move your king. Okay.
Is f5 an idea? Trying to expand here?
Yeah, it's an idea, but it's a bit weakening. Looks like a bit weakening. Because you can even have ideas such as the knight going to g5 and f3. And with ideas of e6, yes. Yes.
It can also remaneuver to c5.
Remember, the knight is pinned. So after knight g5, knight f3, knight takes c5 is that
knight
threat.
takes c5.
Yes, the threat, yes.
And you won't have another way of defending this.
Yes. And also the rook might come to c4 and...
Okay, once the e5 falls, probably...
no, the position is fall. The position is collapses. Yes.
So that is Mataiga versus Robert.
So Robert has a slightly superior position because of the open file, and the rook is controlling the open file, and also easier ability to maneuver the knight here, easier plans as like you said.
Yeah. Okay. Jedon, let's just go
yes.
slightly into Jedon's game. I don't see Jedon cracking Boera by the way. So there was this dance of the knight to e6, knight went to d3, bishop to c8. Okay, I don't understand bishop